spent more than 160,000 US dollars importing goods from China to Africa. And in this video, I'll teach you how you can import anything legally from China to any African country. I will also teach you how you can find any supplier for any product from the comfort of your home. I've been doing this for more than 5 years and I'm in the best position to share the exact step-by-step process so you don't have to figure out everything on your own. This took me years of trial and error, and now I'm bringing you the secret recipe to get almost any product you want from China and eliminate all the guesswork. So whether you want to import goods for personal use or you want to resell them for good profits, this video is for you. Buckle up and let's dive right in. Why is China a good partner to import from? Here are a couple of reasons. 1. Low costs. You know what's super cool? The prices. China has lower labor costs and a huge production. Most products you will get from China won't hurt your wallet. Everyone likes getting stuff for less money, right? 2. Diverse product range. China has a super strong manufacturing game. They make everything from electronics to big machines and everyday items we can't live without. You've got a world of options at your fingerprints. 3. Trade partnerships. China has been actively reaching out to African nations to be trade friends, offering us great trade deals and ways to get funding. As a result, this makes bringing products into African countries easier and even helps our economies to grow. So now we've chosen China to buy products from, let's dive into how you can find a manufacturer or supplier to get your goods. Number 3 is my favorite. 1. Use Google. Google is your friend to help you find suppliers for any product you want to import. Just go on Google and type product plus supplier in China. Let's say you're looking for a supplier of office chairs. Just type office chair supplier in China. Go to their websites and see if they're legit. Do your own due diligence when picking the right supplier to work with. Even though it can be safe to do business in China, you should never let your guard down. I did warn you. 2. Ask friends and family. If you have friends or family who are already importing products from China, you can try asking them to access their network. This option is limited by the size of the friends and family that you have. However, this method can give you that safety net and confidence to import your first product. 3. Use a known platform like Alibaba. There are a few platforms that allow you to have a wide range of Chinese suppliers. You have Alibaba, 1688, and Taobao, which are basically owned by the same group. The one I use the most and I recommend to anyone is Alibaba. Think of Alibaba as a huge catalog where you can find lots of Chinese suppliers, kind of like a phone book for suppliers. The platform is easy to use and you'll find serious suppliers ready to do business with you. Just register an account with them and use the search box to look for suppliers and manufacturers for your products. Once you find a product that meets your requirement, go ahead and send them a message requesting quotation. Here's a pro tip. When you request quotations, make sure you communicate with them professionally and always be polite. Introduce yourself, specify your product details and the number of units for your order. So after you've contacted them, you'll be assigned a sales rep who will talk to you about your order. Once the sales rep has clarified everything with you, you'll receive an invoice from them with the quotation. Here are 5 important terms you should know inside this invoice. 1. Pricing. Here you will see the total price for your order. 2. Lead time. This is the time required to process and produce your order. They can be specified in days or weeks. 3. Payment terms. This is how the supplier would like to be paid. Some common payment terms are debit card, wire transfer, PayPal, Western Union, and many others. The most common payment form is 30-70. 30% to place an order and 70% is paid after the order is completed. 4. MOQ, which stands for minimum order quantity. It's the lowest number of units you can purchase from a supplier each time. It's like a minimum limit set by the supplier. They put these limits to make sure the order is worth their time and ensure they're profitable. Anything less than MOQ, your supplier simply won't quote you. 5. Incoterms. Incoterms specify who's responsible for paying and managing the shipment, insurance, documentation, customs clearance, and other logistical activities. Some common terms are ExWorks, FOB, CIF, DDP, and many others. Let me quickly explain each one of them. ExWorks. It's when you're responsible for picking the goods from the supplier's address. FOB. The supplier will handle the shipping and documentation until it's delivered to the ship. CIF is when the supplier is responsible for shipping, freight charges, and insurance of the goods. DDP is when the supplier takes off the risks until the goods are delivered to you. There are other Incoterms worth knowing. A quick search on Google will help. So now, let's say your supplier quotes you ExWorks, which means you're responsible for picking up the goods from the supplier's address. If you don't know China very well and have never been there, handling the goods from your supplier's address to your destination can be an impossible mission. But here's a fix to this problem. You work with what we call a shipping agent. A shipping agent is someone that has experience in the process of shipping and importing. They understand all the rules, regulations, and paperwork required to ship your goods. They will ensure the process runs smoothly, they will save costs, and reduce your stress. Now you may ask, how do you find a shipping agent? Well, the answer is the same I explained to find a supplier. Remember? Let me recap. 1. Use Google. 2. Ask friends and family. 3. Use a marketplace like Alibaba and get quotations. Before asking for a quotation, make sure you know which type of transport you want to use. Is it by sea or by air? You're about to discover what's the difference between these two. Air is more expensive and faster than sea. Companies like DHL, FedEx, and UPS are the main ones to ship your goods via air. Your shipping agent will charge you a price per kilogram. Your goods should take anywhere between 7 to 14 days to arrive. If you want to get your goods fast and don't mind paying top dollar, then you should go with air shipping. On the other hand, sea shipping is slow and cheap. Your goods will be packaged inside a container and shipped in a vessel. This process can take between 30 to 50 days. So, if you don't mind waiting for that long to get your goods, then you should go with sea shipping. It's important for me to mention this. The waiting time can be longer when you want to ship to a landlocked country. A landlocked country is a country that has no ports. The container has to first arrive at the nearest port to then be transported by trucks or rails. For certain goods, you will have the luxury to choose the type of transport because they can be both sent by air or sea. But for other bulk items, it will only be possible to ship by sea. Imagine this, loading a big sofa inside a cargo plane. It will cost you a fortune, and that's if they allow it. Now that you know how to ship your products to your country, the next section will blow your mind and will help you turn this skill into a successful business. So now you have your goods in your warehouse, office, or home. If these are for personal use, check if they're in good condition and inspect to see if there are no faults or defects. If your initial goal was to resell them, also check if they are in good condition. Inspect them and market the hell out of them to sell. Now the $1,000,000 question is how to sell your products and turn them into big profits. You first have to find where your ideal buyer is. In this day and age, your ideal buyer is likely to have a smartphone. And with the growing smartphone penetration in Africa, more Africans are owning smartphones every day. You don't need to set up a shop or rent a physical space. You can connect with your ideal buyer now and for free via social media. These next 3 methods I'm going to share are completely free. 1. WhatsApp stories. You can take advantage of your existing network and post your products on WhatsApp. It's one of the most used communication channels in most African countries. You can share your story and it's likely to be seen by your existing contacts. You can go an extra step by asking your friends and family to post in their WhatsApp stories so you can have access to their network. 2. Facebook and WhatsApp groups. There are a lot of groups on WhatsApp and Facebook where your ideal buyer is likely to be part of. Create posts about your product details and your contact information. For this strategy to work, you have to be part of many groups to reach more people and increase your chances of getting sales. 3. Facebook Marketplace. Ever heard of Facebook Marketplace? It's a super handy place for sellers to showcase their products to lots of interested people. You can easily display your stuff there, connect with local buyers, and even find people from other places or cities too. So now, let's talk about another method, Facebook and Instagram ads. This is what gets more interesting. The previous options that I shared, they're all free. This following one is like marketing on steroids. It's like bringing a gun to a knife fight. This is the exact method I used to make more than $250,000 in 3 years selling in African countries. Don't get me wrong, WhatsApp stories and posts on Facebook groups, they all work. But this method I'm going to reveal is more scalable. You set it up and you can reach millions of people in your country. The way it works is simple. You create an ad about your product. You choose which demographics you want to show your product to, such as gender, age, city, and interests. This ad will then show to people's Facebook and Instagram feeds when they log in and scroll through. Facebook charges you to deliver these ads, but if you do it right, you'll make millions with this platform. If you want to learn how to create Facebook and Instagram ads to put your product in front of millions of people, check out my next video on how to sell any product online from the comfort of your home. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.